Hi guys, and welcome to the Lazy Girls Kitchen. My name is Maggie, and on today's episode I'm going to share with you one of my favorite snacks, and actually something that I keep in my purse at all times, and that's roasted chickpeas. Now I love this recipe, just the snack in general, because it's a lot healthier than snacking on chips or cookies, things like that. It's healthy, it's delicious, and it's easy. So without further ado, let me take you through the list of ingredients. Okay, before we assemble our chickpea mixture, I just want to let you know to preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and then you're also going to need like a baking cookie sheet. I line mine with aluminum foil. You don't have to, but you're going to need some sort of flat baking sheet, okay? So now let's assemble our mixture. Okay, so into my bowl, I'm going to just dump in all of my ingredients. And I did dry the peas a little bit, not too much, but I did dry them. And then a little bit of olive oil, not too much because I don't have too much in here. Then we're gonna do some pepper, some salt, generous pinching of salt. You're gonna put in your chili powder and then your cumin. Now, if you follow me on social media, if you don't, you should, you'll realize that chili powder is my favorite thing to use, and I think I've even mentioned this in a previous video. I just love chili powder. I try to incorporate it into as many recipes as I can, and I actually post a lot of them on social media, so you'll see how much I really do use chili powder. All right, so we're gonna give this a nice toss. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to dump this onto our baking sheet. So let me get this out of the way. This is what happens when you don't have any counter space. So I'm going to dump my chickpeas on here. And you just want to make sure that your chickpeas are in pretty like even layer, so you don't want them kind of overlapping. Otherwise they're not going to roast that nicely. All right, so these are nice and single on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this into my preheated oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then I'll show you what we'll do next, because we're actually going to take them out. We're going to give them a nice toss, and then we're going to put them back in for a couple more minutes. So I'll meet you back here soon. Okay, so my chickpeas were in the oven for 20 minutes exactly, and I took them out, and oh, they're hot. They're already starting to get nice and crispy, so I'm just going to give them a nice toss. And then I'm going to put them back into the oven for another 20 minutes. Actually, I'm going to check them at the 15-minute mark, and then I'll probably pull them out then. I think they'll be okay. What you're really looking for is for the chickpea to be crispy. You know what I mean? So once you get to that point, feel free to take them out, and we're going to let them cool. But for right now, I'm going to put my pan back into the oven. Okay, so my chickpeas were in the oven for exactly 15 minutes after I put them back in, and they look really great. I'm going to show you right now. I can't move my camera because for some reason it's like, but look at that. This is exactly what they look like. Now, they're still pretty hot, and I should let them cool, but it's about, I don't know, 10:45 at night, and I'm exhausted. So I'm just going to give these a try just to make sure that they're okay before I head to bed. Can you hear that? That's exactly what you're looking for. They're tasty, they're crunchy, the flavor of everything, it just works so well together with them. I gotta try another one. So good. So good and so healthy for you. You don't have to buy bags of chips or cookies. Just let these cool before you put them away. And what I do is I just put them in a, what's it called? Like, you know, those brown paper bags that you use for lunch? That's exactly what I keep them in after they cool, of course. You don't want to put them in there when they're hot. And then I just kind of wrap it up. Not like super tight, but just kind of close it. And then they can stay in there for a few days without getting like soft or anything like that. But you definitely need to go try this recipe. It's really worth your time. I promise you, I would not lead you in the wrong direction. So head over to www.thelazygirlskitchen.com and make sure you subscribe and give me a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!